Camera's shaking. Not an earthquake like they had in Jersey today, but just my legs shaking the floor. Nobody here backstage yet but me, so we'll see what happens here. I know a couple of people are not going to come. Pam's allergies are acting up again, and Mike has a birthday party to go to. Haven't heard from Skipper. Susie verified the time, so I think she's around. Nate will probably be a few minutes late coming in since he's still working and getting off work early out in Washington State. So, hey Craig, hey Uncle Smiley, hey Lucky Stone, hey Trash Cat, hey Huawei. Nate is our speaker tonight, and he has recently passed a master certification for reptiles, so I'm excited to hear more about that. I know he's been working on that for a while, and I know his topic is going to be reptile substrates. And that may not sound that interesting, but anything he talks about is always something interesting and something to learn from. And Trash Cat, I still have not opened the inner package to the package you sent me. I took it with me to hang out with my friend the other day that's diabetic also, but I forgot that I had it with me. So I still have not gotten into that chocolate. Here's Susie. I thought on the stage. Huh, it won't let me add you, Susie, for some reason. How weird. Maybe the third time's the charm.
Ta-da!
There we go.
Hello, hello.
User error, I'm sure. So, how are you doing?
Whew. Crazy day today, let me tell you.
Really? What's going on?
I experienced my very first earthquake.
I was wondering about you and Skipper. I was at the Ark and then to the vet and stuff, so I forgot all about it. But I was going to check in on you both. Did you feel anything?
Oh, yeah. I felt it. I was so scared. At first, I thought it was like a truck coming into the house or something. It was like so loud and shaking.
Wow.
But I had my 9-year-old granddaughter, so I had to pretend like it was all cool. So I didn't get to like just freak out. And then tonight at 6, there was a tremor.
Oh, really? Yeah.
4.0 tremor. Whew. That's a little scary. I don't live in a place where there's ever earthquakes. Like, what?
Tennessee, right down the middle, like Nashville, there's a big fault. And there have been some impressive earthquakes here in times past, but it's been like 100 or 150 years since we've had a big one. So I have felt some tremors here, but it's been maybe 20 years ago, and that's what it was. But I wonder if it's the same fault that comes up through there. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where the epicenter was. It might have been New York or New Jersey. I'm not sure.
It said, I actually heard about it when I was coming out of the vet, and I put on the YouTube and saw it on the news on there, and it was in whoa, Floyd, did you see that? It was North Jersey. He came up, he overshot. He thought I was up there. He is coming back. You overshot me, didn't you? That was like an eagle going by. Yeah, come on here. Come on. Nice try. There he is. He made it that time. So, I guess Skipper's okay. I haven't talked to him or heard from him. Is he closer to New York than you, or are you closer?
I think I'm closer to New York. I think he's out farther. He's out farther. I'm trying to turn my dinger off. There we go. Silenced.
Trying to keep an eye out for Nate. He leaves work early, and he thought he was going to try to get out earlier to be here on time tonight, but you know, when you're working, that's not always possible.
Right. I was so exhausted tonight. Like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I feel like not only working 10 hours, and I was like emotionally exhausted. My girlfriend wanted me to go skating. I'm like, I can't go skating. I'm going to end up falling, breaking my leg today. So tired.
I had to be up early to have Milo, one of my dogs, to the vet. He had a seizure this week. So,
Wow.
so I had to be up early. So I woke up at 4 and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to stay up. I fell asleep early. So I've been up since 4 this morning. But I kind of did that on purpose too, so I could sleep tonight. Have to get up again early tomorrow. We have a big yard sale, all day yard sale at the Ark tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, we've been
At
cleaning.
the Ark?
Yeah, cleaning, collecting stuff, setting up stuff, and all that. So we got a bunch of stuff. We got some really nice donations. I'll probably come home with more stuff than I donated. I usually do.
Yeah.
The place that Floyd used to live, I was by that house today. The man that lived there, you know, he had a lady that he was her baby, and she passed a year ago, and the man passed in January. He was in memory care. But they were cleaning out the house, and I met the sister-in-law, not the brother this time, and got a little different spin on things. But
Oh, what happened?
she had found two large cages, and that's why she contacted me. I send them videos and stuff of Floyd all the time because, you know, they kind of felt like he was a family member, but nobody wanted him one of those, you know.
Yeah.
But she found a nice parrot cage like the one I had back there, the big one, but it's older, but it's just like that, no
Yes.
stand. And then a nice rabbit cage, a nice hutch cage, and she wanted $50 for them. And I thought, well, I don't need either one of them, but you never know when you're going to need a good cage. And I thought, I'll get them and maybe put them in the yard sale, but I brought them home and unloaded them. I'm not going to get rid of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I for some reason, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cages because, well, for one, I had Mr. Peabody and friend.
Yeah.
And if ever there's a chance that you might have to separate them, you need a separate cage anyway. But I always have hopes of getting like an Amazon parrot or a cockatoo or cockatiel.
Look at that. Internationally famous. I'll be at the yard sale. I know who that is. I'll see you there tomorrow. We're just about out of dogs. We only have 2 dogs.
Wow, that's good, right?
Yep. Got 2. And those 2 were the hardest to get adopted, but so got to
Is that because you only have 2 dogs left because you took them all?
Well, kind of. No, they've just been getting adopted. We've been able to finally get everybody vetted and all that, and we've had several cats and kittens adopted. Another cat going tomorrow. One of the vet techs I learned today wants to get him. His name's Cornbread, an orange kitten. So we'll be down to like 4 or 5.
So
cats.
what is entailed with being vetted?
Do what now?
What is entailed with in being vetted?
They have to have all the vaccinations, and they have to be spayed or neutered. So they can't ever leave till they're 4 months old because that's the minimum age the vet wants to do their spay or neuter. So some of them need other things done, you know, teeth cleaned or pulled or whatever. A lot of shelters are full, and especially this time of year because it's puppy and kitten season and all that. But we're real lucky to have the numbers down, but it won't stay that way, that's for sure. I was going to get 2 rabbits today, but the lady and me trying to coordinate to leave to go get these cages and stuff, she couldn't time her bringing the 2 rabbits to me till Monday, so they'll be coming Monday. They're 2 boys, neutered, so they're pretty. I don't know what kind. One's solid white.
Yeah, I would never take in a boy rabbit that's neutered, only because I can't trust that when it comes to rabbits. I got a girl rabbit.
Oh yeah. Well, these have
so
vet records and stuff. They have vet records and stuff like that. They're both young rabbits. They've got big cages. She said that she couldn't get the cages through the door. She'd have to dismantle them. So
it should be good.
I'll probably use these cages I got today for me for those rabbits. They won't be there long, that's for sure. They're cuties. Floyd, you know that feels like Freddy
And a bird cage is actually a pretty decent rabbit cage if you build in some shelves and a little, you know, ramp up, and you can build another shelf, and it just goes upwards instead of outward.
Yeah, that's the way I've got my 2 big rats. Rats are in the one Floyd's old cage back behind me. They've got a hammock, and they got like 4 stories in there, different things, and they go up.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, they get along most of the time, but the original one, the one that was going to be snake food that that didn't get eaten and then grew up. He's kind of weird. I think he's a little slow. I'm not sure what's up with him. But like I was putting food in there, fresh food, a while ago, and I just put his head was down, just he was up on the shelf, like with his head down, and so I put the food up over his head, and he just sat there. He didn't care. I'm like,
Oh,
what is wrong with you? I mean, he likes to be held and petted and all that. It's just different. Has Floyd been to the Ark? He actually has been. I took him to a board meeting like 3 or 4 months ago in his little travel, his vet cage. And there was one of the volunteers he didn't like because she had to sit too close. No, too close to his cage. Of course, I let him fly around in the front room the whole time. But yeah, he's been there. Once his one and only trip. He wouldn't behave. Look at him. Sweet boy. Let's see. Nate.
you only brought him the one time because he doesn't like that one lady?
I think it's because she was sitting too close to his. I set him up on. We've got like a big counter, like a service counter. It's set up like a living room, like a house, but there's a counter to do business on. And I put his cage up on that and opened it, and he flew around the room, but he didn't have a whole house to fly around in.
I kind of have a sad but funny story about one of my tortoises outside.
Uh-oh.
So I kind of saw him, and I heard Zoe, my granddaughter, say, "Why does his shell look all like pushed in?" And I looked in, and he was a little bit farther back, and it was all concaved.
Hmm.
I'm like, so I didn't want to pull him out while Zoe was there. So we went inside, and then I ran out to check on him when there was nobody around. It was a freaking rock. It wasn't even the tortoise, it was a rock.
Oh.
I'm like, I feel like such an idiot. But I went from sad and very, very heavy-hearted to like laughing like a fool.
Yeah.
Prettiest rock I ever saw, but
Yeah. Well, that's a happy ending, though, at least. So.
yes. Because that would have sucked, because these turtles still got like another 40, 50 years left.
Yeah.
That would have been horrible.
Well, if they outlive you, Susie, I'll take them. Don't worry. They'll have a place. Yeah. If they outlive you, I'll take them. So I still don't see.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. They may get to Tennessee before you, huh? Well, I don't see him back there, so hopefully he's still coming. Asked him what he had prepared for us, and he said it's on substrate. But anything he talks about is really interesting, experience based, and I'm eager to hear about his certification that he got too. I know he worked on that a long time.
The only substrate I know about with snakes is the sand boa, like sand. I don't know anything about snakes and substrates, so this will be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm imagining each species is a different substrate, right?
Yeah, well, they of course, they call reptile and snake stuff substrate too, just like, we do for fish and stuff. So that took me a while to get used to, but it's all substrate, I guess. Oh, I'm glad you.
What is that made of?
What's that?
That substrate, your reptile substrate, you called it.
Oh, I've been using the reptibark and stuff like that, and sometimes I mix a little sand in depending on how.
Oh, Floyd is near the microphone.
He is over there. He's sitting over there. He's about a foot from it, and he's sitting on 1 foot. He's talking to you. Pam's not on there this time, huh? You can't hear.
No, it's me, Floyd.
He's going around back to see if she's behind there.
That's funny.
Sitting there with 1 foot up. He's got it rough, I'll tell you. Floyd, you're a mess. Well, we'll give him a few more minutes. I haven't heard that he's not coming, so I'm like you. I'm worn out. I'm tired.
Oh, man, I am so tired.
And I've got many miles to travel yet. I did go ahead and feed my mice and cats earlier. That's why.
Oh, my gosh, I love the way he sounds right up to the microphone.
He's about a foot away from it. I guess it's on that end, the little phone mic. Floyd, you're causing a sensation. You are. He's pushing the light around on the top of the tank looking for a nut or something there's some under there. I see him. is he? Yeah, there's some under there. Keep looking. He doesn't like his new
I,
sweat.
I rearranged Sophie's cages. There's usually one's in the kitchen, the other one's in the dog room, and she can go back and forth. Well, I moved them both into the dog room so I can like really scrub underneath. I do that like once every couple months.
Oh, that's a
And
good
she
idea.
does not like the move. She is acting all weird, and so I'm purposely not moving it back yet because I'm not done. I'm like, oh boy, we'll have to see. She might get mad at me tomorrow and not eat her breakfast. She's so funny like that.
The only thing he doesn't like is the dark. He really doesn't like it, and he really can't see that well up close if it's dark. He can see distance, but I've noticed like sometimes I'll lay a nut in front of him or something, and he can't even see it. I have to tap and draw his attention.
Wow.
Yeah.
If I wear a ponytail, Sophie gets very angry and wants to take that ponytail out of my head. Or if I come around the corner and I'm wearing my glasses, she gets all like freaked out. They're my glasses. That's all they are, is glasses.
He likes me to wear them. I wear them all the time. I even fall asleep in them, but he likes to nibble on them. You'll see him. He never bites them, but he likes to touch them because he knows he's not supposed to. Hey, Big Steve.
Birds are punks. They sure are.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping that one of these cages I got would be like a big flight cage for a parakeet or something. That's one reason I went to check them out, that I could put my 4 parakeets in. But didn't work out that way. They really need a bigger cage. They need a custom-made cage is what they need.
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice.
I dream about that a lot. Like if I got the farm that I wanted with the insulated barn, I call custom creations or custom cages, custom tanks, whatever, same company, and have them build me like all waist high enclosures, whether they're tanks or reptiles, all along the barn. Underneath would be storage. I dream about that. Like, how great would that be? Because that
would be awesome. That would be awesome.
They do dream, especially with the lottery. You know, I play once every couple of weeks because you never know. You never know. You can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
So I did buy one ticket, but I didn't see anything in the paper saying, "Ooh, New Jersey person won" or Pennsylvania person won. So I didn't look at it yet, though. I'm tired of being disappointed.
I haven't played it in over 20 years, so I probably would have won it several times by now. You know what?
Oh, I dream. I dream.
He's going to sleep now. He's got his head turned around and tucked between his wings. He's making weird noises. Can you hear him? He can't hold his eyes open though. Whoops, I spoke too soon. Whoopsie.
I was seeing if my crested gecko is out, but he's not awake yet.
You know, I haven't seen Dragon Lair this week. I just realized Patrick. He wasn't in Dan's Fish the other night.
No?
And I don't see him tonight. So I hope he's doing okay.
And what was Mike saying that Sunday's his last live stream?
He said something about that, but try to catch his last live stream Sunday. So that sounds like he's not going to be online or something after that.
Oh, internet issues?
I don't know. He's been having them, but I don't know.
Huh.
I think he goes like noontime. He used to. About the time I'm getting up.
On Sunday, I've been recommitted to going to church on Sundays, so it's early mornings now, which is good. Started off just my daughter and myself, then my granddaughter, and now it's her friend and her daughter. So it's growing.
There he is.
We get caravanning.
So you just say Dragon Lair 3 times and he pops up.
Didn't sleep well last night and tired today. I'm right there with you, man. I'm tired too. I'm so tired. I was
concerned about you. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Start to keep you up all night. Uh-oh. Huh. Well, let's give him a few more minutes. I hate to cut it short, but if he doesn't come in pretty soon, he won't have time to do his We'll just redo
Right.
it for next week. And I'm hoping Skipper's okay. So I still haven't seen him. Speak of the devil.
Has anybody talked to him since the earthquake?
No, I was going to message both of you all in the reptiles thing, and then I've had a crazy, crazy day too. Been to the vet twice and all that stuff. So just busy.
I don't know how anybody can live in an area where earthquakes are like normal.
Mm-mm.
That was very stressful.
I can imagine the only one that I know I've ever felt was here, and it was like way like 3 or 4 in the morning when I used to go to bed early, like when I used to work. But this was like 3 in the morning, and I was sitting here, and things on my mantle started like vibrating a little, and I thought, boy, that must be a big truck or something. And then I realized that was not a truck. I'm on a dead end road, and then I heard the next day there was a small earthquake.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned about the big fault that goes right through Tennessee, a big fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knew?
So many things are happening. Like up by where my brother lives, the tornadoes pulling up trees left and right. Flooded over on the other side of the state. It's like so many things are happening in this part of the country. I don't know if it's happening elsewhere because I'm not paying too close attention, but
We've not been having bad weather, but it's crazy. Whoa.
Woo!
He landed on the dog's head, but she got out of his way real quick.
Okay.
It scared you both, didn't it? She got
Aw.
She's fine. But yeah, we've been having like it's spring and everything's blooming and green. The leaves are on the trees, but it's cold, like 30s at night, and real windy during the day. But it's nice. I'm taking it. I love that weather. In a month, it'll be in the 90s probably. So, right, Floyd?
I agree, Craig. It's very dissettling when the ground is moving and you think, okay, we're done. Let's just stop it now. And it just keeps going. It's like, oh my God. And then, of course, I got 4 children spread out like over 20 miles. Like, I don't know where they are, what they're doing. Obviously, they're grown, have their own life and everything, but that's the first thing that comes to mind.
And then we've got the eclipse coming up in a couple of days.
Yeah, the eclipse, they're opening back up CERN. It's like all these weird things are happening. And then I got friends that are like moon and stars kind of people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
These things are aligning up. Like, and this other religion, I forget what she said she was. Something big is lined up that's never lined up before. Like all these people that are not connected are all saying the same thing. I'm like,
yeah,
it's weird.
My dad passed away. You know, the last big eclipse we had, or total eclipse during the day, was 7 years ago, and he passed away that day. Right.
Oh wow.
I mean, he was in hospice and all that, but it was expected. But so that's kind of an anniversary for me. 7 years. Okay, he's gone back over and holding his foot up now. Pam's not on there. You're satisfied Pam's not on there.
Your friends are heading to Texas to see the eclipse. My youngest daughter, who's 32, just turned 32, she's going up to Maine to see it.
Oh.
That's crazy. I'm staying in my house. I'm just doing life. I'm going to be cleaning up my fish room in case it disrupts my water. I'm going to make sure I get all my water changes done beforehand.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know why they're not letting kids go to school. Like, it's like weird. Like, okay, it's an eclipse for what? A minute? 3 minutes?
They're not going to let the kids go?
No, because you know how I think we're at the 90% in line with it. Like, what difference does that make if everything goes black for a few minutes?
I don't know.
But I don't know if it's different if you're on a school bus. What time is this supposed to happen?
I don't even know.
I think it might be school bus time. I'm not sure. This
Dang.
little axolotl. You see it?
Oh, yeah. Let me blow it up.
Cute? Yeah. I got a lighter one. It might be easier to see. I got the mold. So I'm making them in resin. Are they not the cutest little things ever?
They are.
I just making them. Every time I have extra color resin, I just make another axolotl.
I like that purple one. It's cool.
Having fun. Having fun making axolotls.
Floyd likes them. He likes the word anyway. Ed had a procedure today. I just remember. I wonder how his procedure went.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him. He's probably still sleeping or sleeping it off. Oh, golly. This weekend, so if it's Sunday, I won't see it. You're already back at work, Dragon Lair. I know you've been back for a while. Jeez. I started to say I can't imagine working at our age, but you're older than I am, and I guess I do work full time, but I just don't get paid for it.
Yeah, you work full time, Bob. You're always working.
I am. I really am. But I enjoy it. I like it. I got Floyd out of it. 20 years I put in there, 24 years, and I got Floyd.
That's nice.
That's
And
why-
Worm, right? And a couple of dogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a bunch of dogs
Cutie pie dogs.
and cats. Well, there are 14 people in here, so we must be a little bit entertaining.
I wouldn't call it that, Bob.
They have nothing. They have nothing else to do.
They're just hanging out. They're
Yeah,
very respectful people.
they're waiting on June to come on. They're waiting for our speaker, and then they're waiting on June to come after us. My
That's so
Milo
funny.
that I had to the vet today, all she could do was draw lab work. He didn't have any like deficits or any weakness after his seizure, but she gave me some Valium to give him, and
Oh,
I
wow.
thought she was joking. She said when he has the next one, put one up his butt. So I figured they were suppositories, and they're tablets. I said, Casey, she used to volunteer at the art before she was a vet. I said, Casey, you're kidding. She said, no, we find that it works better than the suppository. So I'm going to have to, have a glove and some lube or something and put my finger up his butt if he has one.
And what is that supposed to calm him down?
The Valium's for seizures. Yeah, Valium's what you get for seizures.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine if they had a seizure while they were in operation.
Well, he had one when I was walking him a couple of days ago, and I thought he was just, he's like me. He'll never see his butt again, but he was trying to get his head back there, I thought. And then he fell over and was kicking his feet up, and then I realized, oh, he's having a seizure. That's why he's been around like that. And it lasted a minute, no more than 2 minutes, but nothing else since then. So she said, well, just bring him in. I had an appointment for today. Of course, lab work and an exam and that kind of stuff. But he wouldn't pee, the little fart. He wouldn't pee. They walked him. She walked him because she knows him. She knew him from the ARC when she was a little volunteer there. And he likes her. But and she did his knee surgery a couple of years ago. But he wouldn't pee for her. He wouldn't pee for the tech. He wouldn't pee for me. And I said, I know it's going to go home. I'm going to drive 20 minutes home and let you out of the truck and you're going to pee. That's what happened.
Yeah, good.
So, but I got it and took it right back. Little varmint. So we'll see. I hope he's okay. He's 15. That's getting up there even for a Chihuahua.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, he's my oldest. What?
Oh.
It's a 3-month lease.
What is the 3-month lease?
I thought you just moved, Craig. I thought you just moved to a new place. I know you did. All right, it says we've been going about 30 minutes. Let's give him 5 more minutes, and then I'll reschedule it. Or we can sit on here and keep talking and try to hold our eyes open. It's up to you.
I'm going to fall asleep. I'm trying not to yawn, and it's not because of the company or the conversation. It's because I'm exhausted. But I didn't want to miss Nate, and I didn't want to miss. I missed so many reptiles.
Well, we have a couple of people out too, so
yeah,
it's another good reason to schedule it.
I could have sworn I saw it somewhere at 8:05.
Well, that's 8:05 is when I follow you on Sunday.
Oh, that was Tennessee Fish Mafia.
But after you asked me that, I thought, damn it, I bet I put 8:05 on one of the Facebook pages. But I checked and I put 7:35 on one on 7:30 on 2 of them. So, but yeah, we give you time to get coffee between.
I put the Tennessee Fish Mafia sticker in a couple of my orders. When I put out the Q Aquatics, I had some Tennessee Fish Mafia stickers. So I put them in the orders and sent them out too.
I've got a ton of those. Ed probably does too, but I bet he gave me 500 and I bet I've got 400 of them still.
Wow.
I'm still going to send you some of Pam's little dwarf sedge or whatever it is, and whatever that micro floating plant is that I can't find anybody that knows what it is. They are super, super tiny. They're like 8 or 10 of them make one duckweed leaf.
Oh, wow. Almost
They're,
like a fairy, like a, what do they call that? Fairy, fairy.
they're like a speck of dust or something, but they're brilliant green. And I know you like miniature stuff, so maybe you can
Yeah.
use them even in some of your acrylic
Wouldn't that
stuff.
be great to make a miniature pond, but make it real? Oh, you're giving me some. You want to see my pond that I just finally, I
Yes.
made this mold. I've never made a mold before, and this was fail after fail after fail, but I finally made a mold for miniatures, that is, to make this pond insert. So now it has several layers that go in, and now I can put that in a scene and build a pond on it.
Oh, yeah.
So this was so hard to create because my brain could not see what this mold was supposed to look like. So when you demold it, it came out the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we couldn't figure it out. And there was trial and error, and this stuff is expensive, the silicone.
Oh, yeah.
And tried and tried and tried. And I got it. I thought I got it. And then when I poured it, I didn't have high hopes. And I demolded it last night. And I'm like, oh, it worked. It worked.
Awesome. So
And
you
now I
haven't
can make little ponds.
made one yet, in it?
I made one, but I made a different pond. You want to see it? Let's see if I can get the koi. No,
Cool.
let me see if
It's a little dark. There you go. Oh, yeah. Neat.
So it's got koi. It's supposed to look like a lot of depth, even though
Yeah.
it's not very deep.
But it
And
does.
now I got to make a waterfall and then the rest of the yard. But I made that out of somebody else's mold.
Huh.
My pond I made. Like, hello. When I first tried to make this mold, the best I could do was make a pond inside a mold.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
worked nice. So I did make this. So it's got the fish in there and everything. But it's not what I wanted. I don't want to have to build a
Right.
pond inside a mold. I wanted to make the mold inset.
Right.
So that, because I have lots of different settings, and then I want to be able to set up things that I could sell at the miniature show.
Yeah.
Here. So I was very impressed, but I don't know why. For the life of me, my brain cannot fathom, because you got to make it upside down and backwards. Because I even wanted rocks around the top of it, and I ended up putting rocks around the bottom of it. I'm like, okay, my brain just doesn't see that, and I see a lot of crazy things. My brain does not see that.
Dragon Lair said there's a micro duckweed, so maybe that's what it is.
Oh,
It's
is that what it's called?
if that's what it is, it's tiny, tiny, and the leaves are not like oval like duckweed are.
Are they like ruffled?
No, they're flat, but they're long and skinny, but they're tiny, tiny. Like duckweed is, is like the width of it would be like 4 times the length. Does that make sense? But on these little micro, it's like 10 or 15 widths to make the length. They're super tiny.
Here we go. What about, is this it?
I can't see that.
Oh yeah, this is horrible. I need lighting in here. Never mind, it just went crazy.
I can show you it in the bowl over here. Once you get it going, it's duckweed. I mean it. Let me see. Exit, and now let me turn myself flash forward back. Solo layout. Whoa, I was trying not to do that. Settings. Camera. There he is. Back. What are all these back dual, back ultra, back? I don't know what any of that means. Okay. And am I still blown up or enlarged or whatever?
Yes, you're blown up. Wow, look how tiny that is.
Now
I see what you're saying.
see the regular duckweed,
Yeah.
and then it's too small to. This has got oil on the top. I was feeding some bloodworms, and so that's better view there of it. See how many it takes to make one piece of duckweed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like the shape of little pepper grinds or something, but it's too small for me to see it. I mean, I can see the green, but that's it. But yeah, if you want some, I'll send it. I've got it in a bunch of different tanks.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, once it gets going, it's there. It actually kills out the other duckweed. It crowds it out. But yeah, I think it would look good in miniatures, from what I know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll send some. All right, back to
Look
camera.
at that Pacu.
What are we looking at? Oh, that's Milo. That's not a Pacu.
What is it?
It's Milo.
Wow, look at that tank. How beautiful.
It's actually dirty. I did a water change last night and it's hazy. They like each other fine, but they kind of stay at each end.
They don't look like they like each other fine.
I know. When I feed them, they come and stay together. My babies are getting big too. My Pacu babies are growing fast.
Yeah.
They really are. All right. Let me see if I can get out of this. Lord have mercy. Well, camera. There we go. Let me turn it back around. Jump scare again.
Nice. Hey, Floyd.
That's not Pam, but it's Susie. Say hello. Oh, did you hear? He went, hello. Like a no. You're so silly, Floyd. Say hello. Hi.
Hello.
Perk up. Say hi there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
I saw your old home today. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Susie, I'm sorry our guest didn't make it. And we will try again next week. And stream, I'm sorry the guest didn't make it. But kind of had fun hanging out for a bit. Well, anything, Susie, you need to announce or?
Oh, nope.
No.
As long as the world doesn't come to an end, I'm going live on Sunday.
All right. Well, yep. Same. I'll see you Sunday and then see you maybe on Tennessee Fish Mafia after that.
Yep.
And thanks, mods, and thanks everybody for hanging out with us for a while. And I'm going to go check on Skipper right now. So,
okay.
Thanks, Susie.
Let me know about Skipper.